everyone, and welcome to the Virtual College Exploration Fair for all North and South Carolina students. For those of you just logging in here, just a reminder that your camera and microphone will be off as a participant here. So if you do have questions or concerns that you would like to ask the presenters, make sure that you're using the Q&A box at the bottom of the screen to ask your questions, and they will be answered anonymously by one of the presenters. If you would like to sign up for more sessions after this one is over, you can just go to CACRAO.org. That is CACRAO.org. The recording of this session will also be available within a week on CACRAO.org's website. So for those of you who may have missed it, or maybe the registrants who aren't able to attend at this time, they can actually find that on our website. All right, I will throw it over to our presenters.
All righty, good morning, everyone. So I am going to share my screen really quickly, and we will go ahead and get started. Awesome. So once again, welcome to our North Carolina Engineering Program session. So my name is Courtney Sola, and I am an Assistant Director here in NC State's Office of Admissions. So thank you so much for logging on with us this morning. Before we get started, we're just going to do brief introductions for all of our panelists. So I am now going to pass it over to David from ECU.
How's it going? I'm David Bucci. I'm Executive Director for our Student Success Center within the College of Engineering and Technology. So basically anything that's dealing with student stuff is over in our area.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Caitlin Kubaki. I am one of the transfer admissions counselors here at UNC Charlotte.
Hello, my name is Chanel Quick. I'm the Associate Director of Transfer and Diversity Admissions at North Carolina A&T State University.
Awesome. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So for a quick rundown of the day, we're going to kind of give a brief overview of engineering programs and really the benefits to pursuing an engineering program. And then we're going to each talk about our own engineering programs at our institutions, as well as the admissions process that is associated with it. At the end, we will have some time for a live Q&A session, but we do encourage you to continue to ask your questions through the Q&A function throughout the entire presentation. You're more than welcome to ask questions to the group or to a specific institution, and we will do our best to address all of those questions. So when it comes to pursuing an engineering degree, engineers are really professional problem solvers with a natural thirst for knowledge. They really enjoy the theory of mathematics and science because it appeals to their natural intellectual curiosity, but it's also the opportunity to really apply those concepts to design and innovate that appeals to the creative sides. So our engineers are once again those logical thinkers, but also the creatives. The work that engineers do affect every aspect of the world around us, which makes it such a unique and versatile degree. Engineers are responsible for the roads and transportation systems that we use every single day. They're responsible for the technology that we use, as well as the food that we eat. So once again, it's a really versatile industry and career for students. Earning a bachelor's degree in engineering is a popular option just because of all the opportunities and possibilities that come with that degree. There are many different disciplines for students to pursue within engineering. With our institutions, we do offer some pretty similar disciplines, but also unique disciplines to our specific institutions. So we're excited to share more of those with you. But up on our screen are just some of the very few disciplines that are possible for our engineering students. Your bachelor's degree in engineering will really open the door for you to work in an array of different industries, including energy and transportation, computer science, healthcare, and even architecture. In addition to those different industries, of course, with your engineering curriculum, you'll take a lot of math and science courses, but then you'll also have the opportunity to really focus your coursework on your discipline specific coursework through each of our academic colleges and programs. Now, when it comes to employment opportunities, not only within engineering, but really in any sector that a student chooses to pursue, versatility is the name of the game, especially when it comes to transferable skills in the job market. Employers really are seeking professionals who can do multiple things and fill very different roles within their organization or corporation. When you have skills that apply to a wide variety of things, it makes you much more desirable when it comes to employers who are seeking you out. In many engineering programs, teaching transferable skills such as teamwork and speaking and writing skills, project management, time management, and financial management really are all integrated within your curriculum. So you do learn a lot of transferable skills within any engineering degree that you pursue. And once again, that's really conducive to you as a student and as a professional because it makes you so marketable in that job market. Up on our screen are just some of the top transferable skills that you can learn with your engineering degree. Of course, it's not an exclusive list, but they are transferable skills that are, once again, highly desirable by employers. And then really kind of the biggest reason for why pursue an engineering degree is because of all the career opportunities available to you. Engineers are in high demand all across the world in every single country. Fortunately, the field of engineering is consistently growing, and it's growing so fast that it will nearly add over 140,000 new jobs over the decade. And that's according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics. So there really is such a great job market for our engineers. And when it comes to the career opportunities, once again, there's a lot of different career titles and there's a lot of variety in what you can choose to pursue professionally with your engineering degree. Of course, in addition to having great job prospects, engineers also have a great salary, which is definitely a big driving part for students. So with those salaries, of course, that does vary across disciplines, but typically the average starting salary for an engineer is about $70,000, which is a pretty sweet salary just to be starting off. So as you can see, I know that was kind of really brief, but there are so many benefits to pursuing an engineering degree and really entering that field upon graduation. So at this time, we're going to start talking about our own engineering programs. So I'm going to first pass it off to David to talk a little bit more about ECU. David, you're muted.
Sorry, I forgot to do that one. Well, thank you all for coming to our session today. And thank you, Courtney, for the nice intro here too. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our engineering program at ECU and give you a little bit more information on that end. All right, so what's unique about our program here is we offer a BS in engineering and concentrations in 6 different areas. So when you enter ECU and you get admitted into engineering, you start off with a BS in engineering, and you actually don't need to choose your concentration for at least the first couple semesters. Now, if you know exactly where you want to be and what you want to do right from the beginning, that's awesome and that's perfect. We'll get you on track on that one. But sometimes you start off and you say, oh man, I'm going to be an electrical engineer, and then you get into a couple of those first classes and you're like, well, the environmental side sounds really cool. You'd work with your advisor, they'd be able to change your concentration, and then oftentimes you can do that without a hitch. Now, if you decide to change concentrations later on, it might take a little bit more, but early on, the key is that we want you to get a wide variety of experiences. So your first handful of classes in engineering. Now, when you start with the engineering program, you start off with getting hands-on courses, and you get a sample of all the different areas within your first couple courses. So you don't have to make that decision without really understanding or knowing what area of engineering you want to be. So that is a benefit there. We do offer biomedical, bioprocess, industrial systems, mechanical, electrical, and environmental. So we are geared up for that area, and we do have a lot of our alumni who serve the Eastern North Carolina side. So we do have a lot of folks who work in the coastal area, over in some of the rural areas, but also for big manufacturing areas and other industry areas, not just small areas. We've, our alumni have gone everywhere from middle of nowhere, North Carolina, to San Francisco, California. So it really just depends on where your interests are and where they drive you. But our students are qualified for all the positions that Courtney had provided earlier. It is ABET accredited. We have only about 500 undergraduate students. And one of the keys with our department is, or one of the keys with the Department of Engineering is that they want to keep class sizes small and lab sizes small. So that way you get a lot of that hands-on interaction. That way you get to build up those relationships. That's where you get to find out about those research opportunities and work with your faculty early on. You can join in with our engineering learning community. And also we do have some pretty cool scholarship opportunities. This past year, we just launched our first through a grant where students in our engineering program, we have 20 different scholarships that we can provide up to $10,000 a year, renewable for up to 4 years. And then also we work with Pitt Community College, Lenore Community College, and Wayne Community College for students who are going for an associate's in engineering there. It can provide up to $3,000 a year continuing. And then if you come to ECU and come into our engineering program, guess what? Then you're eligible for that $10,000 scholarship as well, which is again, renewable each year. So one thing you'll find that's also unique with our program, beyond it being a BS in engineering, is that we're also the only institution in the UNC system that has a medical school, a dental school, and a school of engineering, which we've had students go off into these, into the different areas, into medical and dental afterward too. So it does provide a lot of that flexibility and a lot of those options for you. Now for transfer admission students, you have to have a 3.0 GPA on all transfer coursework, and these are the classes that you have to complete. Basically English Comp 1 and 2, calculus, and then general chemistry. Every student does have to apply for engineering, and it's at ecu.edu/engineering. The link is there. Now, one thing a lot of students do forget about is that there is an engineering essay, and you think, oh, an admissions essay, nobody reads those. Our admissions committee actually does read all of those essays, and there have been some students that have been borderline in terms of their grades or in terms of the things that they were doing, but they had great initiative and ideas, and they're looking for that extra stuff that's going to help them really lead engineering into the next decades. And so it all starts here. It all starts with those basic classes. It all starts coming in through the application process. These are admission deadlines. They are all also on our website as well. I understand if you're not able to click onto the links for additional information, but if you go into the ecu.edu/engineering website, it does have all of our admission deadlines. And this is admission into the engineering program. So once you are admitted into ECU, you still do want to apply for engineering, and you are contacted pretty regularly on that too. So you will know early on if whether or not you qualify. And if not, we have a pathway to guide you to another area too. Or maybe you decide engineering, well, I'm tired of calculus. I don't want to deal with that side of it. I want more of the applied stuff. We have pathways to guide you once you get here. But we have plenty of successful students that come in from the community colleges, from the K-12s, and they're successful all the way through. We have great job rates, great job opportunities for our students. And on the next slide here, these are just some of the enrichment opportunities that we do provide for our students. So we have a lot of involvement. So first off, you get here, you come here. We have a lot of those opportunities for you to get involved with all different organizations, whether it's the National Society for Black Engineers, or it's focusing on the electrical engineering side, whatever it may be. We have different organizations. We also have an engineering and technology career fair just for our engineering students or our engineering and technology students, where we have over 100 employers, and they're all, again, they span the nation. So whatever the opportunity is, we have those available for our students. We also have a lot of things that help our students out too, because it's one thing that really helps our students is getting to know each other and getting to work with each other and help each other. So we do have a lot of peer tutoring within engineering, math, and science. We have engineering ambassadors, so we have the opportunity for students to get involved at the college level. And then, of course, as I noted before, the living learning community. But also for those that want to dive in and get into research opportunities, we have plenty of opportunities with our faculty that want you to work with them. They want you to connect with them. You want to connect with them, so that way you have those opportunities and builds up your resume and really gets your ideas out there. We actually had this pirate entrepreneurship challenge where some of our engineering students designed I think it was a straw, a different kind of a straw. They ended up going to the finals for the entrepreneurship challenge. This year, I think we have a really good team. And from that point, you can go into the national competition as well. So our students are doers. They are great applicants of what they learn. But we also have those honor societies too. So whether it may be working with your peers or working with your faculty, you're going to be working with an academic advisor from the beginning through the end with the academics and also those student services. You have plenty of opportunities to succeed here at ECU. And so I'll kick this off over to Chanel.
Thank you. I'm excited to talk about the College of Engineering at North Carolina A&T State University. Next slide, please. Thank you. So I'll just give a very quick, brief overview of the programs that we have to offer at A&T and what our students are able to do in those programs. So in our chemical engineering, our students apply physical and life sciences to produce, transform, or convert raw materials into more usable and valuable products and materials. So our students are working with new products from renewable resources and alternative energy sources. And when it comes to bioengineering, our students develop biologically based products to promote a better ecological understanding and to improve the quality of human life. So it's great if you're interested in creating prosthetics, creating medical devices, or even attending medical school. And then with biological engineering, our students focus on using engineering principles to solve problems involving plant, animal, or microbial systems, And we have two tracks for this particular major, one being bioprocess engineering, where students are able to focus on plant and microbial cell biology, biomanufacturing techniques to produce biofuels. And our second track is natural resources engineering track. And our students use soil and water conservation engineering, water resources management, and land management. And for students who may be interested in civil and architectural engineering, our students plan, design, construct, and operate large complex systems ranging from buildings, bridges, water purification systems to help improve the quality of life for people all over the world. So for civil engineering, our students are working with the design and the construction. And then architectural engineering, our students are planning and designing and analyzing buildings and ensuring that structures are safe and meet all building codes. And for students interested in computer science, our students study software and software systems, including theory, design, development, and application. And our students are exposed to game design, cybersecurity, robotics, software engineering. And our students also have the ability to design and analyze algorithms to solve programs and examine the execution of computer hardware and software. Also, our computer science has student organizations and activities as well. So some of those are the Association for Computing Machinery, Upsilon Phi Epsilon, Cybersecurity Club, undergraduate teaching and research assistantships, and also tutoring opportunities as well. So if you were interested in electrical and computer engineering, our students are able to create innovative technology and are poised to lead the next revolutionary innovations in nanotechnology, robotics, and other advanced technologies. So we have computer engineering. Our students are performing software design and hardware software integration. And with electrical engineering, our students are working with power, digital, electronics, and telecommunications. And last but definitely not least is our mechanical engineering program. And our students apply the principles of physics and materials science for analysis, design, manufacturing, and maintenance of mechanical systems. So they're dealing with machinery. And aerospace is also an option as well for students who are interested in aerodynamics. Next slide, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back one more slide. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so we have 10 bachelor's programs dealing with engineering. So the great part we offer bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs at A&T in engineering. So we're really excited about the fact that, you know, our students come to us and they continue to matriculate throughout their doctoral programs or graduate school, excuse me. Next slide, please. All right. I wanted to talk to you about our rankings. So we're ranked #1 when it comes to the percentage of women awarded master's degrees in engineering. And we're ranked #2 in annual research dollars among the 4 North Carolina public engineering schools. We are one of the top colleges for African-American tenure track faculty by school. And we are also a top producer of bachelor's in engineering degrees awarded to African-American students. So the bottom line at A&T, we believe preparation plus opportunity equals success. Next slide, please. All right, so cultivating leaders who excel in academics, innovation, and research. That is the motto for our engineering department. If you're interested in coming to A&T as a transfer student, you have to have at least a 2.5 college GPA, and you have to have earned a C or higher in Calculus 1. If you're interested in coming to us in the spring as an international student, our deadline is October 1st. As a domestic new transfer, our deadline is December 15th. If you're interested in coming in the fall, our deadline for early action, if you want to be considered for scholarships, is May 15th. Our regular deadline is July 15th. And for our international students, our deadline for the fall is June 1st. Thank you for allowing me to talk to you about A&T's engineering program.
Awesome, thanks Chanel. So now we're going to transition to talking a little bit more about NC State's College of Engineering and our engineering programs. So engineering is definitely a staple of NC State and something that we are known for. So within our College of Engineering, we do offer 12 different engineering departments and 18 different bachelor's degrees, all of which you can see listed at the bottom of the screen. Within our College of Engineering, it is home to just over 10,000 students. Vast majority of those students are going to be in our undergraduate population, with the rest of those students pursuing a master's or doctoral degree. With our engineering disciplines, we do offer a wide variety for our students. So a couple that I do want to touch on really quickly, of course, is our biomedical engineering program. That is a great joint program with UNC Chapel Hill. So we have the engineering side, they specialize in the medical side. So together we offer a great biomedical engineering program. Our paper science and engineering program is actually housed through our College of Natural Resources and is really a booming industry for students with really high job prospects. And then textile engineering is also through our Wilson College of Textiles. As you can see through all of our listings, once again, a wide variety of engineering degrees are offered at NC State. I would say most popular for our transfer students will be mechanical engineering, civil engineering, computer science, or computer engineering. Now, within our College of Engineering, we do offer a variety of enrichment opportunities for our students. So the first one that I want to talk about is professional development enrichment opportunities. So twice a year, our College of Engineering will host an engineering career fair. It's actually the second largest engineering fair in the United States and the largest engineering job and internship fair on the entire East Coast of the United States. So we are flying in companies from all around the world to really come and speak and recruit our engineering students. I actually worked with a front desk student at our visitor center. She was a mechanical engineering student. She went to the fall fair over 2 days, got 6 different interviews from engineering firms and some pretty big names like GE Healthcare and Frito-Lay. So once again, really great companies are coming in just to speak to our students. When it comes to professional development opportunities, our College of Engineering does offer their own career services specifically to their students, and they do provide opportunities and advice that really relate to the industries that their students will eventually enter. When it comes to professional development opportunities, we do offer a variety of job and internships for our engineers, but also co-op opportunities. So that's a great opportunity for students to work and attend school full time in alternating semesters to really get that industry experience before they graduate from NC State. Now, when it comes to student involvement opportunities, we do offer over 100 different engineering student organizations. And as an institution, we offer over 700 different student organizations for all of our students to be involved with. Through the College of Engineering, they also offer a variety of service learning opportunities, as well as our Women and Minority Engineering program. And within that program, that is an opportunity for our College of Engineering to provide community building and engagement, academic support, and professional development to those two different populations to really ensure that they are in an inclusive environment within our College of Engineering. Now, when it comes to international experiences, as an institution, we do offer over 200 different study abroad programs that touch about 90 different countries. But specifically for our engineers, we do offer a variety of study abroad programs that allow you to immerse yourself in a culture and in an environment that's really going to relate to what you're learning inside of the classroom at NC State. So one great example of that is our Engineering and Drones program in Namibia. And we also offer an Engineering Without Borders program as well. And with our study abroad experiences, they can last as little as a week or up to an entire year for our students. And then most importantly, probably is research. So NC State is a research intensive institution. We are one of the 2 R1 institutions within the state of North Carolina, and we're also located in the Research Triangle Park. So research is a really big part of our identity here at NC State. One thing that I love about NC State is that we do host 2 National Science Foundation Engineering Research Centers on our campus. So first, we do offer the ASSIST Center, which is the Advanced Self-Powered Systems of Integrated Sensors and Technologies. And then also the Freedom Center, which is the Future Renewable Electric Energy Delivery and Management Systems Center. Both are mouthfuls, but those are on our campus and available for our students to really engage in when it comes to research opportunities. And we do find that a lot of our students choose to engage in research at NC State, as not only do we incorporate it into your curriculum, regardless of your academic discipline, but especially within our College of Engineering and it being such a STEM-focused program, research opportunities are aplenty for all of our students. Now, when it comes to applying to the College of Engineering, do you know as a transfer student, NC State is a major dependent institution. Therefore, you will be applying directly to your academic program of choice upon admission. And within our College of Engineering, you will be designating your particular discipline or major on your application, and you will be reviewed for admissions purposes based on the intended academic major that you list on your application. Now, in order to be considered a competitive applicant and to be reviewed by our Office of Admissions and College of Engineering, our College of Engineering do have a few transfer admissions requirements for students to fulfill before applying to their College of Engineering. So in order to be considered for admission and to be considered competitive in our process, we would encourage you to have at least 30 transferable credit hours completed at the time that you submit your application and at least a 3.0 or higher cumulative GPA. Typically with the College of Engineering, a 3.5 cumulative GPA will make you the most competitive in our process. In addition to meeting that GPA and credit hour threshold, the College of Engineering does require that you have a minimum of 4 credit hours of English composition completed. So at NC State, that would be English 101, but maybe at a local community college, that would be a combination of English 111 and 112. We do require that you have a college chemistry course with a lab completed, Calculus 1 completed, and Calculus 2 completed, and a minimum 2.5 cumulative GPA in both of those math courses. And then you are also required to have a calc-based physics with a lab component completed as well. Completing these admissions requirements does not guarantee admission to our College of Engineering, but does make you the most competitive in our admissions process for that College of Engineering. and what that admissions process looks like and kind of what those new students, enrolling students from our transfer cohort look like. So for fall of 2020, for example, we received just over 1,000 applications for the College of Engineering from our transfer students, and we enrolled about 300 students for the fall. Of our transfer students who enrolled, they had about an average 3.65 cumulative GPA and came in with close to 60 to 70 transferable credit hours. So we do see that a lot of students do choose to complete their associate's degree before transferring to NC State and into our College of Engineering, but it is not a requirement for our admissions processes. And then last but not least, when it comes to applications and applications deadlines, so we are both on the common application and the coalition application for our we are just on the common application for our transfer students. When it comes to application deadlines, we do offer fall and spring enrollment. Our spring application deadline has passed. That application deadline was October 1st, but we still have our fall application deadline available to our transfer students. And we typically do enroll the largest cohort of transfer students each fall. And that application deadline is February 15th with the notification date of April 15th. If you have any other questions about NC State and our engineering program, please do feel free to put them in the Q&A box. And then all of our contact information will be available at the end if you want to ask any further questions. But last but not least, I'll pass it off to Caitlin to talk about UNC Charlotte.
Perfect. Thanks, Courtney. So I'll let you go and advance to the next slide, Courtney, while we're here. So my name is Caitlin. I am one of the transfer admissions counselors here at UNC Charlotte. And so just want to spend a few moments kind of talking about our engineering program, giving you an overview, and then we'll certainly jump in to the admissions criteria and kind of what we look for competitiveness to engineering at UNC Charlotte. So we do in our William States Lee College of Engineering have a total of 18 plus programs within the college. A lot of them, have kind of just one specific major and then various different concentrations, which give us the total of 18 or more. We do have two types of engineering programs at the undergraduate level. So we have our engineering programs as well as our engineering technology programs. And really our engineering programs are kind of the researchers, and our engineering technology programs are kind of the implementers of that research, is really the most generic answer I can kind of give you in terms of the difference in the two. Obviously, the coursework within differs as well. So we'll definitely talk about the breakdown in the admissions criteria, as they are different if you want an engineering technology major versus an engineering major. In terms of kind of engineering at UNC Charlotte, they are considered, our engineering program is definitely one of our more popular majors. It's something we are known for in the city of Charlotte, being an engineering school. Our, programs do go and compete nationally, and we'll come back with several awards and recognitions, and that's something we're super proud of. So at the undergraduate level, we have approximately 4,000 students enrolled in our engineering programs. That number doesn't even include any of our graduate students in our engineering school. Our average classroom size I know ECU mentioned this too when he was talking about his programs and how they like to keep smaller classroom spaces. A lot of our engineering programs require hands-on learning in laboratory environments. And so we do like to keep those classroom sizes smaller. So at UNC Charlotte as a whole, our average classroom size is 35, but specifically for our engineering classes, we like to keep those laboratory spaces at an average classroom size of 18 to 22 students, which, especially if you're coming from like a North Carolina community college, I think that number being a smaller number there for you is something you're more used to and a little bit more familiar with. I think as a transfer student, looking at, even just transferring to the university, but even specifically with engineering, the more you can get involved, the easier I feel like it will feel to make the transition easier for you. So we do have 22 specific engineering programs, clubs and organizations that you can join that will kind of get you familiar with other engineering students. Being able to kind of connect with other engineering students definitely helps with your success in our programs. You're getting study buddies, and you're finding friends who have been through that class, done that, passed it successfully to help you and give you tips. And they've seen that professor and they know kind of here's the suggestion to pass the class, those kinds of things. So strongly encourage you to get involved on campus, and that's just going to give you honestly help you build your resume. So as you graduate, you not only have I earned this engineering degree, but I also also participated in this, was on this team, whatever it be, which just continues to build that portfolio when you get ready to apply for jobs once when you graduate. We know that our engineering program at UNC Charlotte is a more rigorous program, and because of that, our Lee College of Engineering has definitely set up several resources that our students can use throughout their time here to kind of set you up for success and support you academically as well as professionally. So we have resources like Engage Me, which is our multicultural engineering program, which kind of really works with our minority students within our engineering college. We have our Leadership Academy, which is basically corporate modules that, again, kind of continues to add to your resume. Our MAPS program is our Maximizing Academic and Professional Success program, so really giving you a peer mentor to help you through your experience. And then ISL and Senior Design is Industrial Solutions Laboratory and Senior Design, so it's our senior, basically, project, your Design Expo senior year, and then networking with various industry partners. So really cool opportunities, again, to kind of set you up for success. 9 out of 10 of our engineering students are employed within 6 months of graduation, with about 50% of our graduates each year being employed before they even graduate. So lots of opportunities. We do try to set you up for that success there. And then just a couple of things with our like I said, we are known for engineering, and some of the awards we've recently been recognized for is our Niner rocketry team, placed 2nd overall in a NASA event. And then we are one of, I think, 3 institutions nationwide that are doing a wastewater COVID test, and part of our civil engineering team is participating in that in our EPIC building, which is our Energy Production Infrastructure Center on campus, to kind of test our campus wastewater to hopefully prevent the spread of COVID-19 on our campus, which is kind of really cool opportunity. Like I said, one of 3 in the nation for that. So Courtney, I'll let you advance it to the next slide there. And just really quickly want to talk to you about kind of being applying as an engineering degree seeking student through our admissions process. UNC Charlotte is unique in how we review applications. So we review you first kind of for general admission to the university. So our admissions office reviews you for both general admission and admission to your program. So there is no separate application for engineering. It's just when you apply to UNC Charlotte, and as a transfer student, you can do so either through our Future 49er portal or through CFNC, the College Foundation of North Carolina. And you're submitting your application one of those 2 ways, and you're listing engineering technology as your major of interest. And that is all you really have to do for admission to engineering at UNC Charlotte in terms of the application. No separate application, and we review you for both engineering and general admission to the university. So our application is open for all of 2021 right now. So even spring remains open. Spring 2021, our deadline is November 15th for your online application and application fee. And then you actually have until December 1st to get us your transcripts, your high school and college transcripts. Summer 1 and summer 2, May 1st and May 15th. And then the fall 2021 deadline is July 1 for your online application fee. And then July 15th for all of your transcripts. Like I said early on, we have 2 different types of engineering programs. So engineering and then engineering technology. So if you're interested in engineering, which is going to be like systems, electrical, civil, or computer engineering at UNC Charlotte, what we look for in our admissions review process for that competitive major is just 24 transferable credit hours or more. We're not going to cap you at 24, but that's the minimum, is the minimum of 24 hours, a 2.5 minimum GPA. And then we do have a Calculus 1 requirement. If you're attending a North Carolina community college right now, that would be Math 271 that would be required for admission to our engineering program. Mechanical engineering is actually considered, probably outside of nursing, our most competitive major at UNC Charlotte. So they also have a minimum of 24 transferable credit hours, and you actually have to have a 3.0 GPA to get into mechanical engineering. And then again, that Calculus 1 requirement of Math 271. Engineering technology programs at UNC Charlotte are a little less competitive. 24 transferable credit hours is the minimum there. And then the 2.0 GPA requirement. If you are earning an aligning AAS degree, so an associate in applied science degree, We do have certain ones that we've established with certain community colleges that if you earn an associate in applied science in mechanical engineering technology, then that will transfer into our mechanical engineering technology program here at UNC Charlotte. And so just keeping in mind that if you are earning that AAS, it's not required for admission, but if you do plan to earn that before transferring, then that 2.2 GPA would be there. Like Courtney said with NC State, I mean, a lot of students do choose to earn the AE degree for our other engineering programs, but just kind of strategically keeping in mind, you know, an AAS degree doesn't necessarily transfer if you're looking at like just our mechanical engineering program. So for UNC Charlotte, you know, choosing if you're going to stay at a community college, choosing your coursework and aligning degree pretty carefully with what major you want to pursue in the future. Last little bit here, we do have several transfer events coming up that I would really strongly encourage you to attend if you're interested in UNC Charlotte's engineering programs. One is tomorrow, Thursday, October 22nd at 4 p.m. We have a UNC Charlotte Day. This is specifically for transfer students. It starts at 4 p.m. Registration is required. I listed our website there. And so our College of Engineering will be there present, ready to answer questions from you as a transfer student. So would encourage you to tune in. We do also have an Explore Open House event this Saturday, October 24th. Definitely tune into that as well if you can't make it to the Thursday event. And then we do every single Tuesday and Thursday offer virtual transfer presentations on the admissions requirements as well as a campus tour. So with that, I'll kind of wrap up UNC Charlotte. Courtney, if you want to go to the next slide. Overall, as just presenters on engineering, what we all kind of agreed was just that as you're preparing to transfer to an engineering program, regardless of the school, what we encourage you to do is, you know, really focus and do well in your math and science coursework. So engineering is very math and science heavy. And so the more math and science courses that you can complete prior to transferring, really the better off you'll be in terms of just really staying on track to degree completion. Talk with other engineers in the field. So this is going to be a great way to help you choose a discipline in engineering and see what job opportunities will align up with that. Look at several options. So we are all great options for engineering. Make sure that we do offer your specific program. And, you know, never hesitate to reach out to our admissions offices. We're here to help, happy to help at any point in your transfer process. So whether you're, you know, 2 years out from transferring, we can make sure that you're choosing the right courses that will not only transfer, but be meaningful towards your intended major. So it's never too early to reach out to our offices. But with that, Courtney, I will let you go to the contact us slide with any questions. Definitely, this is all of our contact information. Feel free to reach out. We're happy to help.
Awesome. Thanks, Caitlin. So we have a few minutes left, everyone. So if you have any last minute questions, please do feel free to put them in the Q&A section. And we'll have David read those aloud for all of our panelists to answer. So any last minute questions, feel free to put them in the last 2 to 3 minutes that we have together.
All right. We actually did have 2 questions. They were both for NC State.
Awesome.
I send over information about what you justice for me. So first was, is there a master's or doctorate for biomedical engineering, and are those partnered too with UNC Chapel Hill?
Yeah, so definitely for the bachelor's degree there is. As for master's and doctoral degrees, I am not as familiar with those programs. So I think, David, you included a link, which is a great resource for students. You can also contact our graduate school or the College of Engineering to learn more about those graduate offerings.
And the second question was, what's the process for engineering transfer students to find out more and apply for the co-op program at NC State University? I sent over the link for the general co-op information, but again, you could probably do it more justice.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. So of course, you know, what those co-op opportunities would be available to you if you were to enroll at NC State, and those opportunities would be available, kind of same process for any institution. Once you enroll, once again, they're available to you. When it comes to participating in those co-op programs, you'll definitely want to coordinate with the College of Engineering and your academic department, as well as the Career Development Center. You can definitely contact the College of Engineering, and the College of Engineering at NC State does offer a variety of information sessions for all of their prospective students. So they can tell you a bit more about that co-op process, maybe what co-ops their students frequently engage in, and what semesters they do so. But all that information is going to be on their website.
That was all we had.
Awesome. And then I saw another one come in from NC State. So with NC State, you are just applying, so your application to the institution and the academic program are one and the same. So when you apply for admission to the institution, you're applying directly to that academic program. There is no additional review process for that. So it's all one and the same for us.
And do you see those other questions too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then for our C3 students who are at any of our participating C3 institutions and interested in transferring to our College of Engineering, you would work with your C3 coordinator to make sure that you are competitive for admission to the College of Engineering. With our C3 pathway, yes, it does guarantee admission to NC State, but not necessarily to the academic program of your choice. So you would work with your academic advisor within that program to make sure you're competitive for engineering, and then they would walk you through that transition to NC State. But you can always contact our office with more questions about C3, and we're happy to help.
Awesome. Thank you all for presenting. And also thank you for joining us today. There will be a quick 4-question survey at the end here. If you would please fill that out for us, let us know how we can do better. And then of course, if you would like to sign up for more sessions, you can just go to CACRAO.org. That is CACRAO.org. The recording of this session will also be available within a week's time on CACRAO.org's website. Thank you so much.